Well, I put this together just to see how it worked, and it worked good. I got the power supply over here. Just attach some alligator clips to it like I did before. Then the switch. Put a couple clips on that so I could turn the power on and off. And then this is the 12 volts to the motor supplier. And the wires sticking out the back, the bottom, they're going to be put in a cable, but I just wanted to put the motor on just to make sure it worked. And everything worked. Really happy about that. Now on the cutout up here, remember before I said I made it too big and I had to put that spacer plate in there. So here you can see the width of the spacer plate, and the blue part is actually the LED screen, which is what I should have made the opening to, but I made it to the outside of the LED screen when I should have made it to the inside of the LED screen. Now I had those black plastic pieces in there, and I had to reset those two buttons, the up and the down. Now you can see where the button is recessed and the middle ones aren't, and the bottom one, which is the down button, had to be recessed. That was because that 83 thousandths thickness of that bottom piece, I had to make that up somewhere, so I made it up by resetting those buttons. But anyway, the power is off. I got it unplugged. The switch is off. So I wanted to show you the inside of this piece. And these are the three wires from the top of the shield. This is the 5 volts from the shield being jumped to these legs here, and removing that external 5-volt adapter plate. This guy, I talked about that a little while ago. About desoldering that. And that saved a lot of room in there. Made a world of difference. So that worked out really well. And the rest of this, I just wired it. I didn't put it through the cable, I just wired it just to make sure it worked. That's why all these cables, these wires are just out here. But anyway, it worked really good. Real happy with it. I still got to mount the switch on the top. But I didn't want to do that because I have to wire it in, and I just wanted to make sure that this thing worked before I went through that. That's going to be a little difficult because the screws come in from the inside. I got to get inside this box, put the screws in there, and it's going to be a little difficult. It's not impossible, just a little difficult. But this is that mount I was talking about. This mount here. I showed you that mount earlier. I told you that's where it went. And what that is that is the, if you look at the wiring diagram, that's this guy right here, this 50-100 UF. That's between the ground and the positive. So I just made that little plate, made a circle, put a hole in the end, and that thing just slips right in the end. It's round just like this guy. It just slips right in there, and then this just mounts to the board with that one screw. This was that L-shaped piece I showed you before. So then I just attached a couple wires to it, a positive and a negative, and they go over here. One goes here to the positive, one goes here to the negative, and they're just in line. They're just in the system. They're not like in between anything. They're just in the system. Part of the system, I guess. But anyway, the drawing said it needed to be there, so I put it there. But overall, it looks pretty good. Now originally, this 5-volt came in on this side, but since it's going underneath the Arduino, it happened to come out this side, so I put it in this one. Now it didn't matter if it went in this one, or this one, because all of these get jumped. So it didn't matter where I put it. It's in that line with these three things. So that worked out good. It came in this side and just went in here. Then I just jumped them this way. And there's a cutout back here for these wires. These wires right here that are sticking out, they're going to be put inside here later. They're just out right now, but that's what this cutout is for, is when I bring cable in through these connectors, they're going to be inside here, and then they're going to feed up into this guy, these green things, just like these are. Anyway, it nice and clean, not too bad, not as bad as I thought. Wires worked out good. Everything's on this side, and I'll have to work on it a little bit more. Okay, bye.